This is the demo of COVID vaccination info app in which you enter the PIN code of your area, choose the date, then it will show you the hospital name and then its address and then vaccination timing, vaccine name and other details. So in this video I'm gonna develop this COVID vaccination info app in Android Studio with Java. So for that, first of all, you have to open the Android Studio, and after that you have to create a new fresh project, and then you have to select empty activity. Here you have to enter the name of the app, like I'm entering COVID vaccination, and then make sure the language selected is Java, then click on finish. Okay, so the app is building up and now I'm on Google. Let me search for the logo that I have to use within the app. So I'm just within this Google images, then choose the image of your choice, like I'm choosing this image, and then I'll save it by right clicking here, and then after downloading it to my local drive I will copy this file. So let me go to the folder and then let me copy it, and then I have to go back to the Android Studio where the project is built up, and within the drawable I have to paste it by Ctrl V and then OK. So here you can see that. Now I have to go within this manifest file, but before that you can see this logo. So now I am in this manifest file. Here I have to give the permission for internet. So I'm giving users permission and then internet. Okay, no issues. Afterwards I have to come within this drawable folder and I have to create a custom design called round corners. Okay, and now I have to delete the details within this round corner file. So let me do that. First of all, as I have to add shape instead of this selector tag, so I'm adding the shape here. Okay, so now what I gonna do is to add some properties, like what kind of shape I want. So I want this rectangle shape, so let me just make it happen here, and then I have to also give the padding for this, so it is also Android colon then padding, and here you have to add the padding as I have added 10 dp. Then few more information like solid Android color, and I have choose the background color is white. So why I am adding these details for this round corner? Actually that box in which you have to enter the pin code, we need this style, so that's why I'm making it. Okay, then I'm adding the stroke, that is border. So what should be its color? I think light red color will be better, so I'm using the hex code of the colors here. Although you can search about the hex color palette on BAP by surfing it. Okay, so now I have to give the corners round, so I have to give the radius for 4 sides, just like bottom right, bottom left, top left, and the last one is top right. Okay, so this file is completed. We have made the custom design here. Okay, so now we're gonna go back to the layout within this REST and have to redesign this activity main. Okay, so first of all I have to remove this text view from here, as I'm removing this text view, and also I have to change this constraint layout to relative layout. So let me change it. make sure the last closed tag is also the same as the first starting one. Okay, so now I have to add image view here. So I will just add image view, giving its width as match parent and height is 60 dp and the source. So this is the same image that I have downloaded from Google, and here in the right side of the screen you can see that image is there and it's looking good. Okay, you can choose the image of your choice also. So here I have to add the progress bar. So why I am adding this progress bar? Actually there will be a API within this, and to calling a API we need to show something that your result is in process. So for that we are using this progress bar. Also I am giving its properties like center in parent true and making its visibility invisible for right now, and whenever the API call is there it will be visible. Okay, fine, no issues. And after this progress bar I have to add one more relative layout here. So the properties for this relative layout is width parent, wrap parent for width, and height is match parent. Okay, and then I have to give the ID for this particular relative layout. So I have given the ID as pin layout. Okay, and then this layout should be placed under that particular image, but I have to give the ID for that particular image also, so that I have forgot it, so I will be giving it here. So I have given the ID, and then that particular relative layout is placed below this image. Okay, so now within this relative layout I have to make a linear layout here with orientation vertical, but instead of a linear layout it is linear layout compact. So I have to remove it and make sure that I have choose linear layout. Okay, so linear layout is added, and now I need text view here with match parent and height as wrap content. Okay, I have to give the text for this particular text view. So I'm giving the text as pin code of your area. Also this application will show you result based on the pin code. Okay, then I'm making the text style as bold, and the text size is 18 sp. Also I'm giving another properties like margin from the top side is taken as 20 dp here. Then the gravity is center. Okay, so this text view is completed, and after that what I have to add here is to add a text. In this is that box in which will be gonna adding the pin code, in which you gonna enter the pin code. Okay, so I'm giving the ID for this as enter pin code, and after that what to do next here is to give like text size is 20 sp. Okay, and input type is number. Of course the pin code of any place is within the numbers, that's why the input type is number. Then the hint like enter here. Also I have to give some more properties like, let me give it here, like padding is needed. So I'm just giving 10 dp padding, and then the margin from start is 20 dp. Okay, and the margin from the end is also 20 dp, and then the margin from the top is 5 dp. Okay, margin from the bottom side is also 5 dp, and here I will be giving that custom style that we have just made out round corner. So here you can see that it is looking quite good, but due to its bits now it is looking good as I have added match parent for the width. Okay, so now this is done, the added text is done, we have added it successfully. Now we have to add a button, and that button is for searching the particular pin code. Okay, so I'm giving the width and height as match parent and wrap content. Also I have to give the ID for this particular button, so I'm giving the ID as get result. Okay, after that what I have to do here is to give the background, so I'll be giving the background, it's a lime color. Okay, and then few more properties like margin from the start is taken as 30 dp, and then margin from the end is also 30 dp, and then the margin from the top side is 5 dp. Okay, and here what we gonna do is to provide the text like search. Okay, and the search color should be white, so I'm using the hex color for it. Okay, so it is white right now. And what I gonna do next is, let me see what else can be added to this particular button. So like everything is added I think, but still something is left out. Like I can make another layout right now, that one is completed. So let me give some space, but before that I think the text should be bold or textile. Yes, so textile, make it bold. Okay, no issues, the button is completed right now. Now I have to add the recycler view. For that I have to just cut out this extra space. Also the recycler view is having its own dependency, so I have to search it on Google, recycler view Android X, then click on the first result. And after that what I gonna do is to add these two lines. Okay, the second one is a comment actually. Then go to build Gradle within Gradle scripts and just paste them here. Okay, click on sync now so that these dependencies can be downloaded to your project. So it is downloading the dependencies. Till then I am on this activity main file, and within this file here we have to add that recycler view with properties like match parent and match parent. Okay, and then I have to give the ID for this view, and the ID is recycler view. V is capital, R is small. Okay, no issues. Then the margin from the top side is 20 dp and the margin from the start is 10 dp. Okay, and layout should be below that pin layout. Okay, but it is not showing within this screen. Actually we have given some layout height as match parent instead of wrap content. So let me search it out and correct it so that this recycler view can be visible to the screen also. Okay, so let me just scroll it and scroll it little more here. Here you can see that you have just changed it to wrap content, the pin layout relative layout, and now you can see that below the search button here the relative that recycler view is there. Now I'm just scrolling it. If you are getting messed up at anywhere, then you can pause the video and correct your code. Okay, so now I have to create another layout resource file for showing the result within that recycler view. I need a item view for this, so I'm making it a vaccination info item so that a list of these items can be added into that recycler view of main activity. Okay, no issues. What I gonna do next is to add card view here, but card view is also having its own dependency, so we have to go back to Google to search for that dependency and add it within the build Gradle. Okay, so let me search it on Google regarding that card view Android X. Okay, then you have to click on the first result. After that you have to add this simple line, copy it, and then go back to the Android Studio, and within that build Gradle just paste it here and click on sync now, so that the dependency can be downloaded and added to your project. Now you can add the card view here. Okay, and what I gonna do within this card view, I have to add various text views to provide the information, but before that I have to give some properties for this card view, such as elevation, and another that one is for Android elevation, and let's check it for card elevation also. Okay, and then the margin is taken as 5 dp. Okay, again, now what I gonna do next is to add text views. Okay, so before that we have to add a relative layout in which the text views can be added. Okay, so here I am giving the relative layout, and its width and height is given as wrap content. Okay, and then I'm adding the text view within this relative layout. Now adding the properties such as margin as 4 dp, and then afterwards the padding, so the padding is also 4 dp. Then finally the text, so the text is vaccination center. So in that place your hospital name or any place which is chosen as the vaccination center will be shown in the application. Okay, then the text color, so here the text color is chosen as black, and then I have to get some vector asset. So here I am getting those, but first of all I have to choose the color. So I'm choosing this red color here. You can directly give this hex color value, then after that click on this clip art, and here you have to search for hospital sign, then click on OK, then next, and finish it. Okay, again I have to add this within this text view as drawable left. So on that note I'm adding that thing, which is this. Okay, also we have to provide drawable padding is 5 dp. Okay, so now let me show it to you. So here you can see that just add it there, then do it again. You have to right click here, go to new, then go to vector set. Okay, then choose color. So you can choose color of your any choice. I'm just picking the color of my choice. You can choose any color, or you can choose the same color also. Okay, it's just a matter of design or the presentation. Okay, then after choosing it you have to click on this clip art and get that particular logo or icon. So I'm adding the location, so the location, and then OK, then click on next, finish it. Okay, this is added. Then I have to add one more, same process. You have to choose the color. I am using the color picker and then choosing the color. Okay, so let me choose it again, and what I gonna do is to add the particular color of this. Okay, and then just click on this clip art and go to your icon that you want. So this time, and I think the first one is the perfect one. Click on OK, then next, and finish it. Okay, one more right click, go to new, then vector asset. After that you have to choose the color. If you are not interested in choosing the color, then you can left it off. Okay, and make a default color in once, and then just choose different clip arts instead of color. So I am just searching for it. I think there is no clip art for that, so let me add something that is present here. So let me just scroll it and see whether there is something or not. I think there is nothing like that, so I have to choose from the above. Okay, so this one I am choosing. Click on OK, then go to next and finish it. Okay, so again I think I have to add one more. So go to vector set, then you can remain with this color, or if you want to choose another color, then you can choose like that, or you can directly give the hex code for that particular color. The hex code is appearing in the right box. You can directly go for this also. Okay, then I have to choose the clip art. So the clip art is there, and then I have to choose from these things. Like I'm searching for price, and price is not there, so I will just choose from the money. Okay, and it will appear like this. So choosing this, click on OK, and then next, and then finish it. Okay, so we have added the assets, and now we're gonna further proceed with the adding of text view process. Okay, so now I have to add new text views here, so that I can add those things, but I'm copying the previous one and pasting it here, and I will just change something so that there is a process for saving the time also. Okay, so I have to give the ID for the previous text view, so I am giving the ID for that. Vaccination center, vaccine center. Okay, and then within this layout should be placed below that. In the right side of the screen you can see that this is how it is working. Okay, so the text is also changed if it is changed. So text is now, what is this, like location. So I'm just adding a location here, and now this will also change to location. So just add location. Okay, then what next you have to do is to give like padding all these things, and then you have to copy this out and paste it again and make it some modification to change it within that. But before that we have to give the ID for the previous text view also. So I'm giving the ID for that as vaccine location. Now I have to add like vaccine location, but it is showing error as I have left out that ID below that plus ID sign. So I have to add it within that previous text view in that first line. Okay, So in the starting of the ID there is a mistake, so let me correct it. Just add this. Okay, now the error is removed. Okay, now we have to make change within this. So first of all, let me make change within the text here. So I'm changing the text. So text is changed to vaccination timing. Okay, now the drawable left, the drawable is added at that access time that we have added. Okay, so the text view part is completed, and now another linear layout is being added to embed two views within the horizontal view. That's why this linear layout is being added here. Okay, now what I gonna do is to see, like, height and width are added, all these things are added. Now this layout should be below at, let me give ID for that. I forgot to give the ID, and that linear layout will be placed below that text view. Okay, no issues. Now what I gonna do is to just come within this linear layout, and after coming within this linear layout, what next to be processed. So let me check. So now the text view within this linear layout, and giving its width as 0 dp, and then the height is taken as wrap content. Okay, so afterwards this we have to add margin. So I'm giving the margin as 4 dp and the weight is given as 1. For the parent layout the weight sum is 2. Okay, no issues. And now the drawable is added, drawable left. Okay, and then the padding is given as 4 dp. Again the drawable padding is 4 dp. Okay, no issues. Now I have to add the text, so I'm adding the text as vaccine name. Okay, then what we have is text color. So the text color is black, and for the text color we use the hex code. I think this is for the white one. For the black is 0000 6 times. Okay, so the color is added. Now what I gonna do next is to add one more view just within this horizontal span. So just copying it and then pasting it here, Control C and then Control V. Okay, no issues. Now I have to change few properties from here, and these properties will be like, first of all I have to add the ID for the previous text view. So I'm adding the ID for this text view as, let me give it here, ID, then vaccine name. Okay, and then I have to give the ID for this, and the ID is vaccine fees, or you can change this to vaccine charges. Okay, no issues. And then I have to change this drawable left first of all. So I will change it. Like from what, money, yeah, baseline money, this one. Okay, then the text should also be changed. So instead of vaccine name it will be vaccine charges. Okay, so this text view is completed, and this linear layout of weight sum 2 is also completed. Now what I have to do is to add two more things. Okay, so first of all let me see this white space and remove it. Okay, so just copy it and paste it, the whole linear layout. Okay, so now you have just copied the previous linear layout. Just give ideas to and place this within that linear layout. Okay, no issues. Now you have to add it these two text views. Okay, so this is what we have right now. First of all, change the name. So I'm changing the ID to vaccination age, and then here age, like vaccine is available up to which age period, like for people greater than 45 years or 18 to 45 years and all these things. Okay, is available. Then vaccine, remove it also, and then availability. Okay, no issues. Now we have to add two more factor assets. So the previous process, let me choose the color, and after choosing the color I will be getting that clip art into it and then doing my work. Okay, let me choose it. I have choose this. Okay, no issues. Then click on clip art, and here you have to search for H, but there is no icon related to this. So what I gonna do is to search by manual process and then adding it here. Okay, so first of all, let me see what else can be added here. Okay, so there are a choice of these things, like you can see that COVID is also added, COVID icon is also added here. Okay, so now I'm just scrolling it and will get that one. Okay, let me get for the store. First of all, I think storefront or store is a better choice, so we'll add that this one. Okay, next, and then finish. Okay, and now we need one more. So first of all, change this to store. Okay, now this one is left out, so do the same process for this one also. Okay, let me choose the color first of all, and after choosing the color I will be going out for this stripe. Okay, so meanwhile I'm confused within these color choices as I'm just scrolling it on this color palette so that I can get the good one. Okay, I think blue or purple will be better for this. Yes. Okay, so let's go for it. And then clip art again, you just have to go for person. Okay, and for person get this one, and then okay, next, and finish. Then finally you have to add it within this tribal line person. Okay, so now everything is okay and everything is good to go right now. Let me give padding for this 5 dp, and then okay, so now let me show you the design. So now you can see that this is looking nice. And what else I can do? I'm just scrolling it. If you get messed up at anywhere, you can pause the video and write your code. Okay, so scrolling it. Okay, no issues. There is lots of white space. Let me remove it. Okay, in the next video we'll be going for the Java coding part.